Hello my dear friends and welcome to my channel. Don't forget to make yourself a cup of tea or coffee with snacks if you want, because today we have very interesting stories, and one of them is a story about a woman who was so disappointed OP wins the game that she attacked him. Please subscribe if you haven't and I hope you'll enjoy it. Background. This is a story about my 18th birthday celebrations. This takes place in India. To make my birthday special, we decided to dine at Barbecue Nation, a really great place. So this is how the place works. There are barbecue grills in the middle of each table, and a little flag. When you raise the flag, the staff starts bringing you BBQ on those sticks, don't know what they're called. And when you put it down, they stop, and you can have a buffet-style main course. So, since the place is usually full, you have to book online in advance, and give vegetarian or non-vegetarian preferences for the BBQ. You could also book the place for special occasions. Skip this paragraph if you're in a hurry. It's not required, but you can understand the EM's point of view better. So in the ancient Vedic systems, there were occupational groups, like the occupations required for an economy to function. These were non-hereditary, and with these systems, every ancient Indian settlement was an economy of its own. But after centuries of social degradation, they turned into the so-called hereditary occupational caste system. So as for me, my ancestors were vegetarian teetotaler priest teachers, and I'm a non-vegetarian atheist. Sorry ancestors. So back to the story. My dad, mom, my uncle and his fiancée were sitting at a table. My uncle, his fiancée are hardcore non-vegetarians, my dad eats non-vegetarian, but prefers vegetarian, my mom is pure vegetarian. And my to-be aunt are atheists while mom, dad and uncle are Hindus, none of them are zealots, and are very modern, and never force their religion down others' throats. We have checked our reservation and settled down, and our conversation is multilingual, switching between English and Marathi as per convenience. The waiter brings in our initial BBQ. Time to meet the cast. Mortlanted Lamenta, dad, mom, you, uncle, F, uncle's fiancé, EM, NH, nice husband, NK, nice kid, W, waiter, M, manager. The EP and NK and NH were on a table beside us and were fussing over one thing or another since we came. So as I took the first BBQ, chicken I assume, she came over to us and tapped my dad on the shoulder. Excuse me. Yes, what is that, may I ask, points towards mutton BBQ. Barbecue, can you please not eat non-vegetarian food sitting beside us? Now, I'm trying to ignore the lady and get some food inside me, I'm starving, when she lunges ahead and knocks it out of my hand. What the hell, you ungrateful child. I just stopped you from sinning, you should thank me. I try to say something, but she ignores me and speaks to my dad. You shouldn't pass your sinning habits to your child, you, untranslatable no word. He should be raised in a godly way. Here we go. Shut up, witch. Why don't you leave my family alone and back off? I paid to be here, and I will eat whatever I want. As a woman, you shouldn't tolerate your husband sinning. You should divorce him and raise him yourself. Lady, don't tell me how to raise my kids. This is a free country, and I'll eat whatever I want. My mom, the darling she is, almost never swears. Now, we had started eating in earnest, and very soon, the first servings had disappeared despite her objections. As the waiter came with second servings, she knocked them out of his hand. What an outrageous waste of good barbecue. Now, I'm furious. One thing you should know about me is that I don't follow any religion, but am interested in the mythology and history of all of them, and have read not just the Hindu scriptures, but also the Bible and the Torah for pleasure reading. If you're so into religion, why are you spilling food, you witch? Doesn't your religion say that food is as precious as the God who created the world? She has no answer to this. Now, NH steps in and takes her back amid renewed shouting. He promises to pay us back before leaving, and we trust this guy. So we get yet another serving of BBQ, after which comes the funny part. My dad orders drinks for the adults. I was not yet allowed, drinking age is 21, though voting is 18, including uncle's fiancé. The drinks arrive, and then the EM looks wide-eyed as F drinks her alcohol. Before either NH or NK could restrain her, she comes over to our table and sweeps the glass from F's hand. The glass falls and shatters. We were lucky that F didn't get hurt. EM started screaming about how F was a minor and shouldn't be allowed to drink and tries to slap her when my uncle, who's a big man, catches her hand and pushes her back forcefully. They begin a screaming match. Now, F does have a baby face and is shorter than I am, but she certainly doesn't look like a minor, as she's just a year younger than you. Finally, EM says the magic words. I want to see the manager. No, I want to see the manager. The manager comes, and she begins a rant about how my family was corrupting me, how my father was abusing me and my sister. She thought F was my sister, what the hell, and how F was a minor, an alcoholic witch who shouldn't be allowed to drink, and how we had thrown an alcohol glass at her. Now, F is on the verge of tears, she's quite faint-hearted. F shows M her ID with shaking hands, and the security footage proved that the EM was talking crap. So, instead of paying only us for our BBQ serving, she'd have to pay the hotel for the glass she shattered. When she realized this, she bolted for the door, leaving NK and NH behind. NH paid for all the expenses, while NK apologized. M called mall security and EM was caught. We did press charges, and the EM is locked up in a mental institution somewhere. Well, I got a free birthday cake and coupons from the hotel for all my troubles, so yay. This is next level idiocy. Why does anyone care about your eating habits, religion, etc.? India is a hugely diverse country. Does she behave like this whenever she sees someone eating meat? Why go to a restaurant that serves meat if you're so against it? Backstory. I play hockey, and I am very good at it. This is the same for my GF and my friend, who we will call James, for privacy reasons. We've all been playing in the same team ever since we all started. Now I've had my share of entitled parents saying me GF or ball hoggers. Honestly, we try and give everyone a fair go in each game, but it doesn't always work out as the team we might be playing could be tough, but this EM bites the cake. Cast. James. My best hockey friend. CP. Club president and family friend who really care about me. M. Medic. GF. My beautiful girlfriend. EM. Entitled mum, I'm Aussie and that's how we spell mom. S. Son of entitled mum, he's not entitled. Me. The score is 6-6 and there is about 30 seconds left. I'm running up the right of the field with GF running with the ball on the left. I'm in the D, a semicircle you have B inside to score a goal, and she passes me the ball a second before she gets tackled. I wind up my shot and hit the ball. The ball goes through the goalkeeper's legs and straight into the goal. The crowd goes wild as the scoreboard changes to 7-6 our way. The entire team starts hugging me and GF as the endgame sirens go off. They start cheering Dream Team, Dream Team, Dream Team, that was GF's and my nickname. The two tallest and strongest boys people in our team lift both of us on their shoulders and face the crowd, and I scan the crowd quickly. Most were cheering, some were disappointed, but one mother was furious, and this will be our EM. The two boys let us off. Good job, you did so well, my name. No, everyone on the team did a good job, not just me. At this time, James has walked to us from the goal with most of his gear still on to congratulate me. Good goal, my name. Thanks James, good job defending our goal. Now enter entitled parent. Excuse me? Is there a problem, ma'am? Yes, why didn't you let S score the goal? I'm sorry. I said why didn't you S score the goal? What do you mean? I said confused, as I didn't know what she meant at the time. Why didn't you let S score the winning goal? You do know, S was defending, and there was about 8 seconds left when I scored. So, you could have held it for 8 seconds. Even if I could, S wouldn't have made it down in time. So, don't you have penalty shootouts or something? No, it would go into overtime, and it would get rid of players from each team every few minutes. He could have got a goal then. Unlikely, the team we were playing was the toughest in the comp. Are you saying S is bad or something? No. Mum, can we just leave? I honestly don't care if got a goal or not. Well, I do, now give me your stick. What? I said give me your stick. At this point, she was yelling so loud that CP was starting to walk down. EM then snatched a stick from S, and I was on guard as I had a feeling she might hit me. So, you won't rematch? No, it's final and half the other team has left. Then you give me not choice. To point out, she did have a choice. She then swung the stick around, aimed to collide with my head. I tried to jump back, but she just got above my left eyebrow. I got knocked to the ground with blood coming out of my head. I look up and I see James tackling her to the ground. You witch. GF instantly knelt over. Oh, geez, are you alright? I think so. At this point, CP and a few medics came down. Are you alright? I'm fine. Let me have a look. I let my have go and blood drips everywhere, ruining the turf. I also see out of the corner of my eye James basically laying on top of EM, who is struggling without any progress. Yeah, you're probably going to need to get stitches. Don't worry, cops and an ambulance is on the way. Okay, cool. 3 cop cars and 1 ambulance end up coming 5 minutes and start cuffing her and taking her while she creams her head off. I get taken to hospital and got 6 stitches in my head above my left eyebrow. In the end, EM was guilty of child abuse and had to pay for the returfing of the field and my medical bill. My club uses expensive turf, so the turf cost $502,700 as Australian currency and my medical bill $500 plus the ambulance $800 and had to pay a total of $504,000. Karma just came back and smacked her in the head. She deserves it. You should have run when she said she had no choice. I would've. So I was working at the electronics section of the store I work at as per usual when a kid and his mom come up to the register looking to buy the Fortnite deep freeze bundle for his Switch. We've gotten several complaints ever since we first got it, since kids and parents see it and just assume it comes with a physical copy of the game, since it only comes with skins, money, etc. So I always remind them of this just to save them money if they're just looking to play Fortnite. Were you just looking for Fortnite, or were you just looking for this stuff on the box? What are you talking about? Okay. Just so you know, this doesn't come with a game, it's just a download code for the stuff on the box. You would already need the game to get this stuff, and we've gotten a lot of complaints from parents whose kids didn't know that. Good news is it's completely free to download, so you can just install it when you get home. You can still get this if you want, I just thought you should know. Apparently, in her mind, that translated into me calling her kid stupid. I think that he's smart enough to know what he wants, he's top of his class. Okay. I'm just trying to save you some money, the game is free. Apparently it is inconceivable to her that something could be free, or that she could pay $30 and not get exactly what she wants, because we kept going in this weird loop for about a minute, with her getting more and more confused. Look, just shut up and give us the game. I've had enough and ring her up, deciding that if she wants to play stupid games, she can win stupid prizes. After about an hour or so after they've gone I go to lunch, and when I come back a coworker tells me that the EM has come back and she's pissed and waiting for specifically me. Sure enough, when I get there, she's waiting for me with her kid and the one manager in the store, who is bending the knee as hard as she can for the EM. Apparently, they showed back up right after I went to lunch and were causing a rather large scene, because of course their game didn't work. Long story short, she explained to the manager that I didn't properly explain to them that what they bought wasn't an actual game, how I called her and her kid stupid, how I cheated them, etc., and now she wants her money back. This manager offers her one better and tells me to apologize as well as install the game for her kid, since she had brought his Switch with him. So I give the most general sorry not sorry apology, and the EM all too smugly hands me the Switch. I find Fortnite for them to download in about 10 seconds on the Nintendo store. Of course, it's taking forever to download because we're on crappy store Wi-Fi, and the entire time the EM is talking crap about everything from my appearance to my lack of customer service skills, and whatever else she feels like berating me with. The entire time this is going on, her little crap of a kid is blasting the demo speakers at full volume, starting a new demo song every 2 seconds. Needless to say, I'm pretty angry and on edge from everything. I'm on the verge of crying since I can't do or say anything back, since nobody is sticking up for me, and that manager is right there. Finally, after an eternity it finishes, and I hand the Switch back and very weakly tell her it's good to go before excusing myself to go to the bathroom to try to collect myself, and of course the EM is following me to talk more crap. I finally just turn around and scream at her, tears in my eyes. Jesus Christ. Just leave me alone. I finally get into the bathroom, which thankfully was for one person at a time, and spend the next 15 minutes or so crying and trying to collect myself. Eventually I head back and manager wants to talk to me. She explains that I was already in trouble for earlier, but my little outburst was going to get me written up since the EM came back to the section to complain and got a bunch of coupons and gift cards. Wish I could say there was a happy ending to this one, but nope. EM wins the day on this one. Update 1. I'm going to HR first thing tomorrow morning to try to get this resolved or reversed. If nothing else, I'm hoping that something can be done about this manager. Hopefully I can update with good news. Update 2. Spoke to HR this morning about the situation that occurred yesterday and have some slightly confusing, but hopefully good news. So I was told by HR that since the company I work for is third party, that Ms. Manager technically doesn't have the authority to take disciplinary action against me. I had always assumed that she could, since we work inside of the store, but apparently not. HR tells me not to worry about it since the write-up from yesterday doesn't really have any power over me unless my district manager approves it or something like that. HR also lets me know she'll have a talk with Ms. Manager since she overstepped. Hopefully the next update will be me with me completely in the clear. Update 3. Ms. Manager came up to me after coming in and presumably speaking to HR to let me know that she was going to contact my district manager about the situation yesterday. I don't know what her problem is, but she just won't let it go. So now I get to wait for that, and I still have to finish my shift. We'll update when I know more. Update 4. My district manager called me just before the end of my shift to get my side of things. I told her, and she said well she didn't approve of me screaming at the EM, she did understand why. She said she's going to be in contact with Ms. Manager in the HR department and the store manager. Hopefully this will be the end of it, we'll update on any further developments. Update 5. So my district manager actually came into the store today to talk with both Ms. Manager and the store manager. I got called in towards the tail end of their meeting and got a small verbal warning for screaming at the customer, which I'll take over a write-up any day. District manager came up to me after and said she only did that since she was obligated to, and if it were up to her, she wouldn't have done even that. She asked me if I would like to transfer stores since Ms. Manager was pushing hard to have me written up and suspended. I told her I would think about it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to take it since it's closer to my house and I wouldn't have to deal with Ms. Manager and whatever her personal vendetta with me is about. Your manager is an idiot, taking the side of the witchy EM before even asking your side of the story. That manager and the EP can go straight to hell. Well guys, that's it for today. If you end up enjoying this video please consider subscribing, and if you missed the last episode on the channel I'm gonna link it right here. The story is about a woman who left her dog in the car in the hot, and when the cops came she caused a huge scene. Check this out if you haven't, and I'll see you in my next video.